we're here with Owen Van Natta of Facebook. Owen, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good, good. So let's talk a little bit about the new social ads thing. Explain, you know, a lot of people today were asking about privacy issues, about what it means. People are a little bit, you know, interested in what it means when you're on Facebook when this happens.
Well, what we're trying to do is let advertisers attach messages to the social actions that people are sharing on Facebook every day.
Right.
Because those are trusted referrals, they're powerful messages that advertisers can take advantage of, and we think it's really great for the users as well.
All right, be clear, what rights do the people who use it have? Because that's something that, you know, people were saying it was creepy, possibly. Now, to me, it's something everybody's done for years, but...
I think when you take a look at it, what you see is that users have the opportunity to opt out of having any of this information distributed that they don't want to, and
right.
It's an important premise of how it is that Facebook
But how do they do that?
today.
Like constant warnings? What's the? How, are you still working it out?
No, I think we're not working it out. It's part of the product today. If you are getting an action that is occurring on the site, you have the opportunity to determine whether you want that shared with your friends or not. If you're receiving those actions in your news feed and in other places, you can determine whether you want to receive those from people or not. And if they're coming from other sites through our Beacon product, you get to opt out of that before it gets sent to Facebook, and then again once it actually is at Facebook. So we're giving people the same type of controls that we're giving them elsewhere.
And even after they decide if they don't want it beaconed or whatever, they don't want their information put out, how do they take it back? I mean, are there ways to, like, people do things and they don't want to do them?
Well, the way it works today is much like it works in many other places. There's tracking that happens across the web, and people are able to use that. We're able to use that information to improve the user experience by giving people more relevant ads, more targeted ads.
Right. And in terms of like, if I like, how would you do that? If I bought something at Blockbuster blank, what happens?
Well, what happens is we actually pop up a message on the Blockbuster site. Blockbuster does actually that asks you if you want to share this information with your friends at Facebook. And if you choose to do that, then the next time you come to Facebook, we ask you again, do you want to share this information with your friends? And if we do, just like the rest of the social actions that you share with your friends, we make that information available. Right.
Now, how do you assuage the idea that you aren't followed? You are followed around the web everywhere you go now, and messages are tailored to you. How's this different?
Well, I think it's both consistent with how ads are targeted on the web today, and how things are targeted elsewhere, and at the same time it has the same type of privacy controls and different controls that we give people in terms of their information on Facebook every day.
Are you worried about Facebook getting too commercial? How do you stop that from happening? Because people aren't used to a really highly commercial Facebook, like, you know, MySpace is much more commercial. They have many more messages. They're used to that. What happens to the user in that experience? Are you worried about that at all?
Well, this is a big part of why we're trying to do some innovation around social ads, is we think there's an opportunity to really improve the ad experience by making it a lot more relevant to people, and this is very consistent with what information people are sharing on Facebook every single day. So all of our tests show, and you know, we're excited to see that users are really excited about this. They're happy with it.
Is there any area you think people are going to share more? I mean, movies, they're used to sharing movies and books and other kinds of information. But, you know, information about clothing, do you see them really doing that?
Well, I think, you know, people want to share a lot of information that isn't available on Facebook today in a very easy way, and we're just trying to reduce the friction for them to do that.
Right. Now, are you going to be joining OpenSocial? They asked you about that today on stage.
Yeah, we're looking at all the different standards out there and how it is that we can use those to improve how developers can more easily build applications on Facebook. And you know, we're going to be evaluating all those different standards and different opportunities to make it easier for developers. At the same time, we want to make sure that privacy and security works well, and that's all consistent with what the users expect from us. So we're balancing those things out and trying to figure out what makes sense.
And then what, Owen? Because I don't think you've done enough this month. I mean, you've been a little busy. What are you doing next?
We've got lots more to come. Just stay tuned.
Really? Like what?
Oh, lots of things, Carol. We'll be letting you know for
and
sure.
You're so coy. That's what I love you. All right, thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.